My name is Hagen Fox.
There's a spare in the air.
Today we are going to discuss
My brother being the heir and me being the spare.
Harry and Meghan.
So I like to look polished and put together, but there's always going to be like an effortless quality to it, just being from LA.
Meghan is a Leo metal rooster. Tough. Harry, Virgo wood rat. Gentle. They're only 45% compatible, but they are a hell of a lot more compatible than William and Kate.
Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press, is, you know, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
It was both.
Both.
I needed to do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed.
Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time, and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially, because I know how much loss he's suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it, and I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
A very intelligent woman, by the way, Meghan, a Leo metal rooster. She had a great understanding of the monarchy. What killed her was the British press. A Leo metal rooster is super, super powerful. One of the most powerful combinations on the planet. Leo, fixed sign, powerful as hell. Metal element, strongest element in Chinese astrology. Rooster, one of the top 3 animals, strongest animals in Chinese astrology. She is a superpower, but she comes with one magnificent Achilles heel. In fact, is kind of 2. Leo and Rooster. Leos command, demand praise, want to be unequivocally loved, and cannot take criticism. This is male and female. The Rooster covets one thing above everything else, and that's praise. Indeed, praise for anything that they do brilliantly. If no one says to a rooster, and all the roosters out there will understand this, if a rooster does something spectacularly well and no one says anything, the rooster is fuming. Like, have you any idea what I just did? Have you any idea how much endeavor went into that task? And you said nothing? Kills a rooster. Come back to young Meghan. She wanted to be just a sort of the greatest princess that ever lived. She wanted to be adored minute by minute of every single day. And this is where the dynamic really came under the microscope.
Did you think she was well received in the beginning?
Yes, far better than I expected. But, you know, my grandmother has been amazing throughout. You know, my father, my brother, Kate, and all the rest of the family, they were really welcoming.
Your relationship with your father? Is he taking your calls now?
Yeah, he is. There's a lot to work through there. You know, I feel really let down because he's been through something similar.
Harry is a Virgo wood rat. This is one of the biggest warriors on the planet. Virgo, the weakest nervous system on the planet. I have a Virgo moon. I can testify to that. The Virgo nervous system was the first to crash. The Virgo moon, Virgo sun. Harry's a Virgo sun. So not only has he got the most fragile nervous system, he's also a wood rat in Chinese astrology, the biggest warriors in Chinese astrology. Harry is a walking, talking nervous wreck. What would have happened here? Meghan would have got absolutely annihilated by the British press and would have gone straight to Harry and said, Harry, for the love of God, get out there and protect your princess. Harry's nervous system would have crashed before it even... And ultimately, what happened was these two ran off back to America. Because mainly, Harry couldn't take it. Meghan wanted to stop being criticised, so off they went. So that's fundamentally, right, what ultimately happened.
You've had these conversations with your family members. They know why you left. So has anybody said, I'm sorry you had to make that move, or I'm sorry you felt that you had to do that because you felt we were not supporting you?
No, sadly not. The feeling is that this was our decision, therefore the consequences are on us. And despite 3 years of asking for help and seeing or visualizing how this might end. It was, I don't know, it's been really hard because I am part of the system with them. I always have been. But I guess there is, and I'm very aware of this, that my brother can't leave that system, but I have.
This is just, it's clear as day. What Harry, I can't say it. You know, he's saying, you know, we had no help for 3 years. And as a man, it's part and parcel of life. You just dig yourself out of the hole you find yourself in. You do it. We use the term man up, right? That's what we're meant to do. And for the most part, that's what men do. You don't fall back and say, look, I need your help, I need your help, I need your help. And in the end, Harry did man up because he just said to Meghan, we're out of here, we're going to America. And the reason he did it is because his nervous system, both the Virgo and the wood rat, was just on the verge of capitulating. And that's the one thing Harry could not afford for his princess, to just like collapse to his knees, go, I can't take it, my nervous system's done. Couldn't do it. Thought, right, before I break, and he would have felt, and you can see it here, just the way he speaks, he was about to break, they just packed the bags and went. So it was to do with the fact that they had no kind of help, but only because Harry needed it. That was Harry's problem. He didn't want to carry the weight of Meghan's expectations.
Does your brother want to leave the system?
I don't know, I can't speak for him. But with that relationship and that control and the fear by the UK tabloids, it's a toxic environment. But I will always be there for him. I will always be there for my family. And as I said, I've tried to help them to see what has happened.
Let me put it in perspective for you. There's 720 combinations in my system of Western and Chinese astrology. Harry's nervous system is top 5, like immediate wreckage. I mean, like just it can't do stress. It cannot do stress. He had stress from the royal family, from Charlie Boy, from William, from everyone else. He was getting hammered behind closed doors by Meghan, going, "You protect me." And then he had the press just absolutely hammering everything about the entire scenario. One of those situations would destroy a Virgo wood rat, to be honest with you. 2 of them, I mean, the credit to Harry that he stood strong. He wanted the help, didn't get it, did stay strong, and got out before he crashed. But it was a living hell for both of them. Meghan was being assassinated. Leo and Rooster cannot take criticism. Responsibility falling on one of the most fragile nervous systems on the planet. They were only ever going to leave.
Do they think it's a toxic environment, or do you all just think it's a toxic environment because you're now out of it? If we were to have an interview with them or a conversation with them, does your father think it's a toxic environment or relationship?
I think he's had to make peace with it.
And why couldn't you make peace with it? I'll ask that of both of you.
Because this was different.
Meghan, I'll speak on your behalf. Meghan, all right, the answer here is, I don't know what they're going to say, it would be interesting. The answer is, Meghan couldn't take the criticism. Criticism kills Meghan, it's her Achilles heel, and Harry couldn't take the stress. That's it. Like, you look at Prince Charles, for example, he's a Scorpio Earth rat. It's one of the most, such a strong man. It's like Charles' combination out of the 720 combinations, Scorpio Earth rat, top 10 strength of character. The one that is not strong, right? William's a Cancerian water dog, and the Cancerian is quite strong, but the water dog, William is really, really, really not a strong character either. So same level, a little stronger than Harry. So, you know, Charles is just, as he said, he bedded in, is what Harry says. He was never stressed by it. Charles is super, super, super strong character, was always going to be able to hack it. Harry was never going to be able to hack it, and at some point, nor will William. You know, I mean, there's all sorts of, you know, I don't know, theories about William's marriage and his lifestyle and everything else, and it'll all transpire in the end. But William may break in a different way, but he isn't strong enough to hack it, that's for sure.
And why couldn't you make peace with it? I'll ask that of both of you.
Because this was different, you know.
It's different because of the race
And social media.
and social media. Oh yes,
Right?
different time,
That
different
didn't-
time.
It's because that's what kills Meghan. Criticism, social media. Bam, 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 bam. It's like that to Leah Rooster. See, literally, Oprah went straight down the race avenue, of course, absolutely came into play, but Meghan is she's so strong, right? She's like, I can deal with the race side. I've dealt with that my whole life. So she's like, I don't want to go there, Oprah. I've dealt with it all my life, got it, not a problem. She went straight to social media. And what she's about to say, if she doesn't say it, is it should be the criticism and the sort of personal assassinations. And the reason she's gone straight there is because that's what kills Meghan.
Just an amazing surprise. It was so sweet and natural and very romantic. He got on one knee.
Of course.
Was it an instant yes from you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I could barely let you finish proposing. I said, can I say yes now?
She didn't even let me finish. She said, can I say yes, can I say yes now? And then there was hugs and I had the ring in my finger and I was like, can I give you the ring? And she goes, oh yes, the ring. So no, it was a really nice moment.
Harry is, I can't tell you, he's such a nice guy, Harry. Like a Virgo would rat. I've only highlighted the fact that his nervous system is wretched, and it is. But a Virgo wood rat is actually a really hard-working, conscientious, kind, thoughtful, gentle soul. And the fact that he proposed, and uncomplicated, right? It's all about, Harry, this just family life. The reason that Harry is just so frustrated with the whole royal thing is because the Virgo wood rat just wanted quiet life, a quiet, peaceful, tranquil, uncomplicated, harmonious life, because he's constantly trying to protect that nervous system. So what's better than just the two of them? Kitchen, probably a roaring fire in the background, just roasting some chicken. That is nirvana to Harry, and he would have felt so at peace, looked at Meghan and thought, I truly love this woman. And so it would have been quite a spontaneous moment, I feel. I don't even know whether that would... It doesn't sound as though it was planned at all. And that's kind of how Harry would be. It's like, finally, I feel relaxed. I feel not part of the royal clan. I feel like a normal human being. I'm with my girl and I love her. So this is really quite sweet. And this is really very much Harry being Harry, and a Virgo wood rat really in full swing.
How did you first meet?
Yes, we first met, we were introduced actually by a mutual friend who
We should protect her privacy and
Protect her
not
privacy,
reveal
yeah.
too much of that.
and but it was literally, it was through her, and then we met once and then twice back to back, 2 dates in London last July.
Yes.
Beginning of July, and then it was, I think, about 3, maybe 4 weeks later that I managed to persuade her to come and join me in Botswana, and we camped out with each other under the stars, and she came and joined me for 5 days out there, which was absolutely fantastic. So then we were really by ourselves, which was crucial to me, to make sure that we had a chance to get to know each other.
This part of Harry talking is really quite cool. As a man, we've all been there, like sat anywhere between the age of 19 or 30, whatever. So when you just meet a girl that you just fancy, you just think, yeah, really, that's a very attractive girl, and you walk up, you start chatting, and you just get on with it really well, and you just think, Jesus, this is just, you're beautiful, you make me laugh, you're great, love your mind, you're articulate, and this is really sweet. This is very identifiable for any man who's been in that nervous position of seeing a woman that they find ridiculously attractive, and we're just terrified of rejection, an innate male trait, by the way. Or maybe it's just my French on Virgo, I don't know. But ultimately, this is really, really sweet to see the Leah Metal Rooster, who just wants to be the great, the pinnacle, the center point of the conversation, because there is quite ego associated with a Leah Rooster, one of the biggest egotistical combos that exists. And this is another one of Meghan's rather transparent traits. It does come across, but this is not necessarily Meghan per se, it's just more, that's what Leah Roosters are like, male and female. You and I too, before I had the dates of birth, have a perceived impression of who the boss is in any given relationship. male, female, male, male, female, whatever it might be, we have a perception. And I, without having to hear anything for more than sort of 3 or 4 minutes, I can listen to a couple and I'll be like, well, this one appears to be the boss just on the perception, but in reality, now I've got their 2 dates of birth, it's that one, that's the boss. And here, there's only one boss, and it's on a grand scale. Harry has virtually no say in this relationship. It's all about Meghan. She's the boss, and she's so much stronger than Harry. So we know who the boss is, but are they compatible? Well, there's 2 things here, and this will be interesting for you, I think. And this is why I love doing what I do. Because the compatibility between Meghan and Harry, Leo and Virgo is a semi-sextile in astrology. It's actually very compatible and quite lucky. So that's a definite positive. The rooster and the rat, that's neutral. But the metal element and the wood element, that just doesn't work. So overall, they kind of scrape to around about 45% compatible. Not great, eminently workable if they only spend up to 45% of the time together. That's the nature of the barometer of that numerical figure. But here is a beautiful way to conclude a Harry and Meghan gig, as it were. They're only 45% compatible, but they are a hell of a lot more compatible than William